In honor of this summer's Summer Olympics, Edge Success has decided to hold our own Summer Olympics, and with a really exciting promotion. We hope that you will all love what we're about to show you. Um, First of all, this is starting on July 1st. It goes through the 31st of July. This is a 1 month competition slash promotion for 3 teams. Well, actually, as many teams as want to, but the top 3 teams are going to earn some cash. The first place team will earn $2,500, the second place team $1,500, and the third place team $1,000. So it's with a maximum of 5 people per team. So how does this actually work? Well, if you're familiar with the three-door method, you might be familiar with this, but it's important that you do know what it's like, because this kind of defines how we do this. So in the three-door method, real quickly, your network, the people that are on your names list, as you invite them to see who is open to learn, you're going to invite them to go to a class. After the person has decided they want to use the products, then you invite them to a membership overview. And after the membership overview, where you explain the loyalty rewards program and typically get them enrolled on that, then we ask them if they'd be open to sharing with others, and we show them a business overview. Those are the 3 doors, and those are the 3 presentations that we constantly talk about. So the way that these 3 presentations work together is they create a duplication cycle, which means that essential oil classes lead to enrollments. Enrollments lead to membership overviews. Membership overviews lead to business overviews. Business overviews lead to committed builders, which leads to more classes. And that is how we perpetuate your doTERRA team. Now, how do you medal? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the My Daily Edge app. Now, the My Daily Edge app can be found at mydailyedge.com. mydailyedge.com, where you can get your account for this. Now it's a software, a customer relationship management program that helps you manage people through the 3 doors. You'll notice that on the screen right there on your left, you have doors 1, 2, and 3. If I were to click on door 1, it would show me everyone that I could invite to come to a class. If I clicked on door 2, it would show me everyone that I could invite to a membership overview. If I clicked on door 3, it would tell me everybody I could invite to a business overview. It just manages all of your contacts. Well, there are basically 6 different categories of activities that you do in your business: invites, presentations, follow-ups, enrollments, personal improvement or personal development, and leadership activities. Basically, if you invite anyone to a class, a membership overview, or a business overview, then you get credit for that invite. When I click on that door 1, if I select a name, the app is keeping track of if I've invited someone to any one of those 3 events. If I invite 12 people in a month, then I get a bronze medal. 24, I get silver. 36 plus, I get a gold. If I present to a class, a membership overview, or a business overview to 8 people in a month, I'll get a bronze, 16 silver, 24 gold. You can kind of see how this works. If I'm following up with the people who came to my classes or membership overviews or business overviews, then I get bronze, silver, or gold medals. And then if I enroll someone, so you get enrollments, like enrolling 4 people in doTERRA as a wellness advocate, or enrolling someone on loyalty rewards, or committing someone as a builder. All of that counts towards the enrollment medal. Personal improvement, this is about what you read, what you watch, what you listen to on a regular basis. And you, in the app, you can actually log entries about what you've read that day or what you've listened to that day that are helping you develop as a leader. And then if you are holding some business support calls or inviting your guests or your team to different events, then you get credit as a leader. And really, this is just supporting the people who have already enrolled on your team. So this is how you medal. Well, the reason we bring this up is because on the app, it gives you the medals for each of these activities, these types of activities, and it leads to points. So if you get a bronze, silver, or gold in a month, in any one of these activities, you get 5 points for bronze, 10 points for silver, and 15 points for gold, unless it's an enrollment. If you're enrolling someone in doTERRA on loyalty rewards or committing someone to be a business builder, then enrollments are obviously the activity that is causing your business to grow the most. And so if you get a bronze medal in enrollments, it's worth 10, silver is worth 20, gold is worth 30. That's how the points work. Now, another way that you could earn points is as a team. So let's say that I were to get gold medals in all 6 categories. I could maximum as an individual get 105 points. Now, if I had 5 team members, in every team you're going to have a maximum of 5 people on a team, then the most points a team could earn would be 525 points as far as when it comes to bronze, silver, or gold medaling in those categories. Another way to earn points is if you or any of the people on your team hit a rank advancement during this promotion. So if you have anybody on your team hit elite, then they get an extra 35 points, premier 70 points, and if you hit silver or any of the other ranks above silver, then you would get 150 points. So for example, if you had 5 people reach elite on your team, that'd be an extra 175 points that you would add to your totals. Premier, if you had 5 of them reaching that, then it'd be an extra 350. And then if you had 5 people getting silver or above, then you get an extra 750 points. The point is, is that rank advancements and medals, silver, bronze, and gold medals, all lead to points. Why does that matter? Well, because the top 3 teams earn cash. So if you put together a team of 5 people, or if you're on a team with 5 people, and everybody on that team is doing their part and you're gold medaling and few people are hitting ranks and things like that, the highest team with the most amount of points at the end of July, we're going to give $2,500 to. Now, if there's 5 people on that team, then you're each going to get an equal share of $500 apiece. The second place team gets $1,500 and the third place team gets $1,000 as a bonus. So that's how you earn the cash. Now, what do you want to do? If you want to participate in this promotion, the first thing you need to do is organize a team. Remember, there's 5 people per team. You need to appoint a team leader. And I would also think about who you want to have on your team. If I was someone who was trying to get to silver in July, I would think, okay, I've got 5 people on my team. I'm one of those 5. I want to make sure that I have people in the right spots that are part of this promotion so that I can have people running hard to get the bonus, and that way I just might be able to hit silver. So think about how you're structuring your team or where you're pulling those team members from. Second, you need to request an application form. Just send an email to events@edgesuccess.com with the subject line of Olympics application. And it's real simple. Basically, it's a form where you're filling in the names of everybody that's on your team, their current rank, their wellness advocate number, and they're also the email address, one of their email address, in particular, the email address that they used to create their account with the app. And finally, this team is going to be doing a weekly report that they're going to email to us. You're going to want to email that report to events@edgesuccess.com. And the subject line will be Summer Olympics Weekly Report. So that's it as far as organizing a team. Now, the second thing you're going to need to do is get the app. First thing you need to do is go to the website. And the website is mydailyedge.com, and you create an account on the website. It's really important that you understand this. So you create an account on the website. The account is $9.95 per month. That's the subscription rate for it. And you create that account. Then you can go to the App Store on your phone, and you can download the app onto your mobile device and log into your account with the credentials you created at the website. That's how you log in and use your mobile device if you want to use that. If you don't want to use a mobile device, then you can just use your desktop on your computer. It does not matter to me. Finally, you're going to import and sort all of your contacts. So remember that when you log into the app on your phone, It'll walk you through a step-by-step process, and you're going to click on a button that says that you can import your contacts. It'll take all of the names in your phone and it'll import them into the app. And then sorting those is when you go through the app and you basically say, okay, this person is already in doTERRA, and so you would select the next step for them. So if they've already enrolled, but it's time to invite them to a member overview, then you would just basically place them in whatever category they are. If you've never talked to them before, then maybe you want to say, I'm ready to invite this person. Maybe there's some people you don't want to call, you can remove them from the list. But it doesn't take that long. But that's step number 2, is getting the app and importing and sorting your contacts. The third thing is you want to give permission for people to see your medals. So give permission to your team leader. You're going to enter their email address of the team leader. And then you also want to give permission to My Daily Edge so that we can also track your how you're medaling. And the way you do that is you just enter this email address, olympics@mydailyedge.com, olympics@mydailyedge.com. And then finally, like I mentioned before, the team leader is going to send in the weekly reports and show the medals that they are getting. So when you give permission for your team leader to see your medals, your team leader can then organize the report very easily and send that in to us every week. Now, remember, this starts on Friday, July 1st, so just around the corner. So good news, bad news. I'll start with the bad news. Bad news is you have a couple of days to pull together a team. Well, you could probably do it in the first week or so, but you basically have about a week to pull together a team, which might not seem like a lot of time. The good news is that because there's a short notice, there aren't going to be that very many teams actually participating, which means your chances of winning $2,500 went way up if you can pull that together. So remember just a couple of rules. There is an honor system here, right? This is real money, and a person could easily get in there and say, I called this person, I called this person, I called this person, I signed up this person, I signed up this person, and they could claim anything. But the fact of the matter is that they may not have done that. And so just remember, we're on an honor system here. But if we do find out that you're cheating, then you're disqualified and your whole team is disqualified. So hopefully that will inhibit anyone from having that temptation. Secondly, enrollments are worth more. As I mentioned before, the enrollment medal is twice as valuable as any other medal. And you can enroll someone as a wellness advocate on Loyalty Rewards or as a business builder. So on the weekly report that your team leader will be sending in to us, we need the name of the people who have enrolled, their wellness advocate number, because if we have their name and their wellness advocate number, then we can verify that they've been enrolled and if they're on Loyalty Rewards or not. Now, as far as committing a business builder, if you commit a business builder, the way that we can track that is if that business builder subscribes to the app and starts building their business using the app. And so you will get credit for, in other words, we know that you have committed a builder if they're on the app. Unfortunately, I'm sure there are people that you can commit that maybe don't want to use the app, which is fine. But unfortunately, that's the way that we can verify that. So that's how we're going to. And then finally, the cash prizes that come, those will be mailed out the first week of August. And if there's a tie, if teams tie, which I rarely doubt it because of the rank advancements that could happen. But if there was a tie, then the first and second place bonuses would be combined and then split up proportionately amongst the teams. If there was a three-way tie, then we take the first, second, and third prizes, combine those, split them up equally amongst everybody who was on the winning teams. And if there were 4 teams and so on, you kind of get how that would work. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, if you're starting late, if you couldn't pull together a team by July 1st, keep this in mind. You can still, if you have a team come together and you're a week late, you can, if you're all gold medaling and you are rank advancing, well, then the odds are is that you're going to actually, you could still compete nicely. Where it would be difficult to medal would be in the personal development medal, where you're tracking what you've been reading on a daily basis or what you're listening to or watching to help you develop as a leader. But other than that, if I had 1 week where I just worked my butt off, I could potentially gold medal in most of the categories in 1 week if I was, if it was my full-time job. So anyway, you kind of get how that all works. This is it. This is the Edge Summer Olympics. Remember that this how it works. So basically, you want to get the app. You learn how to medal using the app. The medals count towards points. Rank advancement goes towards points. You pull together a team of 5, and the top 3 teams win cash. Other questions that you might ask is, do you have to be on the Edge team to participate? You do not have to be on the Edge team to participate, but we would probably need help from your Upline Diamond to be able to track your enrollments and things like that. So maybe include who your Upline Diamond is on the application. And if you want to watch the leaderboard and see how you're doing, go to edgesuccess.com. And you'll see the Edge Summer Olympics, an icon, a whole section on that page. Just click on the icon, and you're going to see a leaderboard where we will list off the top the top teams, and so you can see how your team is competing. And so, anyway, I hope that you find that helpful. One other thing I wanted to show you real quick before I leave this is just for those of you who are wondering. This is how the website looks. If you go to mydailyedge.com, this is where you can sign up, and it's also where you can log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in because I've already signed up. You're going to see the app appear like this, and it'll have you're going to enter your username. My username is my email address, as will your username be that as well. And remember that when you provide us with the emails of the people who are on your team, it will need to be the email that they use to create this account. Once you're in, you're going to see how, if I were to click on door number 1 here, I can see everybody that I can invite to a class, my scheduled classes, and people I need to who have attended a class that I can follow up with and enroll. And if I don't know how to do any of these steps, there are videos. If I don't know how to invite someone to a class, I just click on this and watch a video. It shows me how. If I don't know how to teach a class, I click on this. There's a video. It shows me how. And if I don't know how to follow up and enroll someone, then I can click on that and it shows me how. You get the point. Here, when I click on door number 2, it shows me the people who have enrolled that I can invite to a membership overview. It looks like I got 7 people I need to do that with. Scheduled membership overviews, and people who have completed the member overview that I can follow up with to enroll on loyalty rewards. So videos again on how to invite someone to a member overview and how to do a membership overview. Here you have the share door. If I click on this, it'll show me the people who've attended a member overview that I can invite to a business overview. My scheduled business overviews, people who have completed the business overview that I can follow up with and commit them to be a builder, and the people that I am currently mentoring that are my committed builders already. If you want to see videos on how to invite to a business overview, how to do a business overview, how to commit a builder, and how to mentor, there are videos here that show you how to do that. Other things that you might find useful, there's a calendar in here that shows you all the different events that you have. The medal count, this is where you can actually click and see how you're doing in the medals on the day, the particular week. You'll notice that it's the first through the 7th, so it's broken up in days as opposed to a week. But from the 1st through the 7th, you can see how you're medaling in those 7 days. The next 7 days, you can see how you medal in these 6 categories of invite and so forth. And if you want a refresher on how to medal in those categories, click this question mark in the top right-hand corner, and it'll show you how many people you need to invite every 7 days to get a medal, how many in the month, and so forth. So you can see how to get the medals. Other things I wanted to show you real quick. You can also send samples through this, which is pretty dang awesome if you don't like the process of filling up sample bottles and things like that. You can also send people membership overviews, business overviews, quick start guides. It's all right there. But if I wanted to send someone a sample, I just click here. I want to select from my contacts. I'm going to select one of my contacts here. I put in their street information where I'm going to be sending it. Let's say that I'm going to send that person a class kit. I could just click this. Or let's say they needed 3 oils. I'll click on the 3 oil kit. I'll select a sample. I'm going to say peppermint's one of them. I'm going to say lavender is another one, and I'm going to send them lemon. Maybe they've got some seasonal issues, so I'm going to send them that, and then I'm going to click confirm, and I'm going to send, and just like that, it sends them a sample. So it's extremely easy. Let me actually, holy cow, I'm just realizing I can make that larger. Okay, now another thing that's cool about this, as I want to show you, I mentioned that you need to give permissions to the people who we just discussed. And so if you click on this section right here, there's these 3 dots to the right. One is the leader view. If you're the team leader, this is where you can see the how everybody on your team is doing. And so you can see like their names and like their medals. And so pay attention to this because it's showing you where they're at, and you can this is how you can even take a screenshot of this and email it to us. Also, what I was going to show you is that's the leader view, but permissions. I told everybody you need to give permission to people for them to see your medals. So when you click on permissions right here, you're going to enter in your team leader. My team leader is Rod, so I put his name in here. But as I mentioned, you're also going to send one to olympics@mydailyedge.com. Click save, and now we can also see your medals, and that's how we can track your progress through this as well. I think I've covered everything. I hope that you take advantage of this promotion. I think it can, first of all, realize, yes, being on the winning team and winning $2,500 or $500 each, that's awesome. But the better thing is that you're building a pipeline that's going to retire you. And so I think what we're trying to do here is we're saying, look, sometimes it's difficult to just invest in your pipeline without getting a big return. We wanted to provide that return to you during the month of July in our own Edge Success Summer Olympics, and we hope that you enjoy that and that you'll find that helpful. Thanks so much.